My name is Allyson Sanford, and I'm one of the faces of heart for the 2020 year, and I'm a stroke survivor. June 12, 2018, I was competing for a state office position in the FFA when I had a stroke. I was downstairs having a meeting when my left side went completely numb. I didn't know what was going on with me, and I couldn't speak. I started looking down and saying, "Why can't I move? Why can't I move?" And everybody was wondering what was wrong with me, but nobody knew. We couldn't figure out why I couldn't stand up, why I couldn't move my left side, why I couldn't talk. All I could do was cry and ask what was going on with me. They finally took me to a local hospital where they told me that I was having a stroke. I woke up the next day in the ICU unit, not knowing what had happened to me and wondering why I couldn't move my left side. When my mom got into the room, she told me that I had had a stroke and that I was completely paralyzed on my left side. I was stuck in the hospital for about a week, unable to move my left side, trying to figure out how I was going to live the next years of my life. In this moment, I was at the lowest of lows. You see, when in FFA, you age out of the program. After you graduate, you're done unless you can get a state office position, which I didn't get. So I thought my life was literally over. All I cared about was FFA, horses, and doing what I wanted to do and be a teacher. But then when I couldn't start college, or I couldn't stay in FFA, I couldn't be in 4-H, I couldn't do anything that I was doing, all at the second, I thought I was lost. After sitting at home for months and months, not being able to move, stuck either in a wheelchair or a walker, I then realized that my life isn't over and that there's a reason that stuff happened. For the first month, I was stuck in a wheelchair. Then I gradually moved into a walker with the help of physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy. And then I finally received my quad cane, which was my best friend for the next 6 months. Then I finally graduated to be able to walking on my own. Now, I'm still not healed completely. My brain's still dead on my right side, and that'll never heal. And my left side is still numb, but I can walk, I can talk, and I'm able to do whatever I want to do now. It's important to know the signs of stroke and heart disease. In the moments of me having this weird feeling and not knowing what was going on with me, only one person knew those signs, and that was an EMT on the phone that was still stuck in Columbia while we were in Clemson. Nobody knew what was going on with me, and at my age, nobody thought it was going to be a stroke. When I sat in the hospital and heard that at the age of 18 I was having a stroke, I was shocked. A stroke's something that happens to 65 and older. That just doesn't happen to anybody. But then I realized it happens more often than you think. 1 in 3 women will be affected by heart disease and stroke. It's important to know the signs and symptoms. For stroke, the acronym is FAST: face, arms, speech, and time. It's time to call 911 if your face is not able to talk or not able to move, your arms are not able to be lifted equally when your eyes are closed, your speech is blurred or unable to be understood, and then time, it's time to call. It's important to go red for women. Join us Friday, February 7th, 2020 for the Go Red Columbia press conference and day party being held at the Charles R. Drew Wellness Center from 12 to 2 p.m. Registration is open and free on Eventbrite.